to the top left of the map, in Tomb Valley, we see our MVP Zerg player, the current Code S champion. It is
MVP Sniper.
Up one game in the series as well.
Took the win on Daybreak. And he's of course up against the Season 4 Code S champion. There we have him at the bottom left of the map, starting for Team Startail. It is
Tati Live.
Goes for the extractor trick as well here, as he did in game number 1.
Live really able to shine in Team Startail.
Absolutely.
And Xenix, he was able to do well in the team league.
He was the Zerg that Startail needed, you know, with that partnership.
Yeah, they definitely did. Curious was the only Zerg player that they have after July Zerg retired, and it was always the pressure on him every single time in the team league. He was the only Zerg that they could fall back onto. Then they merge with Xenix, take the players over, and then suddenly they have Life. And turns out that if Life is actually in a training environment where he has to train, where he's pushed a little bit, and where people put expectations towards him, that he is such an amazing player, one of the best players that we have in Korea these days, and also one of the youngest ones, the only Royal Rower that was able to win the GSL.
Yeah. For those of you guys who don't know what that means, it means a player who qualifies, goes straight through Code A, and then goes through Code S without stopping, without being defeated.
Yep, and takes the title,
yes.
of all things.
He won the entire championship. Now, you do see the exact same build going down for both players. Obviously a slight differentiation in the first Overlord build time, but you can see that's very negligible. If you look at the production tabs, they're almost exactly the same.
It's a huge difference from what we've seen yesterday between Linog and DRG. Here you have the map win ratio for both of them. Yeah, with a little bit better for Life. But as I just mentioned, the build orders this time are very, very similar. Yesterday we had between DRG and Linog a huge amount of deviation because both of them tried to get build order wins in the games. But today, both of them heading into the late game from the start.
Yeah. Don't forget we have a third Zerg player in this group, Violet. And that's going to be really interesting to see how his style differs from these two players as well. Violet, very well known for also using Nidus play to do very aggressive harassment, and he is also known for roach drops. He likes to play late games even.
Yeah, he's also known to take second place. I think the bets are already on if he's going to take second place at the Blizzard Cup.
Yeah, we'll see. He's a very strong Zerg player, though. He is definitely someone to respect. He's been around a long time. He actually played in the open seasons back in the day, like a long time ago. Most people don't even remember that.
Violet doesn't really get the exposure that he deserves, I feel.
I agree.
One of the problems that he's struggling with is, of course, that he doesn't have this exposure that all the top-tier players in Korea currently have. Well, right now in the game we have the Baneliness a little bit faster for Life. We saw him with the timing on map number 1 that kinda did not the damage that he wanted to do. He took down a few Harvesters, also of course Zerglings, but he was not able to kill the tech of his opponent. And Sniper goes for the counter Baneliness right away.
Yeah, Sniper has his Baneliness, of course, positioned at the natural. I really like that because you're very rarely going to lose that, and it can help you form a wall, which is kind of what we saw last game a little bit with the wall against the attack we saw from Life. It didn't end up stopping the Lynx from getting in the main base, but it definitely helped. You can see that in the main base of Sniper, he has that spawning pool position as a wall.
Sniper skips the Spinecrawler. He has no Spinecrawler just yet. We have Life with his own Spinecrawler nearly completed.
Life with a faster second gas.
Here we go. A little bit later. Sniper using the drone a little bit longer to mine minerals and then heading into the Spinecrawler.
I feel like Sniper's timing is actually better because normally you're not going to need that Spinecrawler that early. That Queen actually did a whole 360 there. Queen should be a ballerina.
Breakdance Queen.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that. A really fast Roach Warren for Sniper versus Life now going for Lair. Roach Warren before Lair is kind of an archaic ZvZ build that you don't really see that anymore.
It's very different from what Life tried to do on the last map. And the problem that he has if he tries to go into a high attack right away is that Sniper might try to hit the timing here. We've seen this every now and then in ZvZ. If your opponent goes for a very, very fast tech and you are able to get the roaches out fast enough, then he might be in trouble. But Life gets his own Roach Warren. He doesn't try to go into a heavy Mutalisk build here and doesn't take too much of a risk. But his fast attack is definitely something that will come in handy later on.
You know, the way Sniper does this, he's making 5 roaches, and there's basically 2 ways to defend Banelings. There's Banelings and also roaches if you have enough of them, and The thing is, roaches are useful in the late game. You're always going to want to have those. They're going to be useful to you if they survive, whereas banelings are just kind of a temporary early game unit that's not going to be useful later on. It's going to be useful to defend your third base, but then once you have your third base, the banelings are just not a unit you want to have. So it's cool that we see both players going for the faster roaches here, just trying to push those roaches out rather than using the banelings so they can go towards that late game.
The position here for Life is really good. He's the first one who starts speed for the roaches because of his lair tech, and we also see him with the +1 attack upgrade. So it looks like Sniper really wants to be aggressive here, but Life is not falling into the trap of getting too many drones. No, he's building his own roaches now.
Yeah.
We have him also with the Overseers building, so he will get the scouting information that he needs to see what's going on, and now he knows.
Yeah, he knows, he sees it. Sniper is going for this timing. I don't think it's going to work, though. Life has the vision of this. He can start his own lings. He starts 22 lings back at home. I'm a little bit surprised he doesn't start another Spine Crawler, though.
Well, he just invests all the money that he has in roaches. He knows that with a +1 attack upgrade, he will have a bit of an edge here, but it's not done just yet. Neither is speed. So here come the banelings, and he's nice, splitting his roaches so well. Really well done by Life so far, but Sniper has a lot more where they came from.
Yeah, a lot more where they came from, as well as these banelings. They come in here, taking out the Spine Crawler. He busts it down, and now he's got the better roach count here. For a little bit longer, here come the reinforcings early. He wants to be able to push through. This is so close. Can Sniper actually take this 2-0? He's got the lings attacking the drones now. It looks like he may be able to take it.
I don't think he will, though. He's rallying units across the map, but at the same time, we have still a couple of units left for Life that can defend here. He has the defender's advantage. He's moving in with the roaches that he just built, and now resources lost in favor of Life. Life lost less resources than his opponent. The harvester count is 36 to 42. That is still decent. Yeah. Even that he has the much better tech here.
A much better tech with roach speed. He's got +1, and now the infestation pick coming up for Life. He's in a much better position than Sniper. I'm actually a little bit surprised Sniper decided to go for that attack. It almost came through for him, but not quite enough. He didn't do enough damage.
And there come the roaches, and there are a lot of them. Let's have a quick look at the roach count. We have 12 to 11. The roach speed for Life. He takes down the tumors of his opponent.
That's interesting how he takes down those tumors. I'm not sure if that's even good for him, but it's always hard to really make that kind of judgment call in ZvZ. He may have even just done it unintentionally.
His position is just so much better. +1 is done. The speed is done. I would love him to go into +2 attack, but we have him with passive glance now, and he only has a very limited amount of resources. So at this point, he really wants to start the second attack upgrade and just run with his lead, but he needs to wait a little bit longer. He just invests into more roaches. He needs something that can help him right now and not in 2 minutes.
Exactly. When he killed those tumors, Life that is, he was able to make it so his opponent can't reinforce attacks a little faster. It limits his vision a little bit, and that means he's going to go for these patching glands. He wants to play the later game. These lings, if they had targeted, they might have forced to cancel, but at the end of the day, Sniper will have his third base a little bit faster, and that's really important too.
+2 has been started for Life now, and he has the first infestors, while the infestation pit for Sniper is just now being started. Life can hit a timing here.
Yeah, he can.
Sniper is trying to get this third base, but so does Life, and he just wants to get even with his opponent. The supply might be even here, but it's just the tech that is really important for Life.
And this time, a Sniper can't. On this map, it's so much easier to defend the third base once you kill those rocks, and Sniper can't do anything about his opponent's third, so even though he has his third faster, it's only barely faster, and that's not going to be enough to put him ahead in this game. He finally starts the pathogen glands. The roach count is even, but the infestors are so much, the infestor count is so much higher for Life, and also he has the energy already built up on those.
Life also has another advantage. He's currently in a position where we see him go straight into, oh nice, getting the Overseer here because he wants to save his Overlord. That might just work. No, not quite. Close though. But what I was about to say is that Life droned up. He droned up a lot because he had the better position, he had the better map presence, so he could do that. Sniper was a bit too cautious here, and now he's falling behind in economy, which will of course matter as soon as the third bases are done. And the count of infestors is 4 to 0. The roach count is very similar. +2 also started for Sniper, but Life not gonna hit a timing here, and that's actually, he didn't really have a big timing, just because Sniper his units will spawn right at the battle if Life attacks, if he decides to go. So it was actually the smarter choice here, going for the economy.
Yeah, I agree, and Life is actually doing something that very few Zerg players will ever do in this matchup, is actually taking his lead and killing Overlords in the middle of the map. This is important because the fewer Overlords Sniper has on the map, obviously it could supply block him, but that's not the big issue, it's about the vision. Because positioning your units, especially on an open map like this, against Fungals is one of the more crucial aspects of this matchup. So he wants to be able to see the exact angle that Sniper approaches from, while at the same time being able to have the surprise element of his own. Yeah, he didn't kill all the Overlords, but every Overlord he kills, especially in the middle of the map where that watchtower is, gives him a lot of wiggle room, a lot of advanced notice.
Life has a slight supply lead right now, and as you already said, he's trying to reduce the vision of Sniper. Gets a few of these Overlords, both players with Overseers here to scout what exactly is going on. Life has 3 by now. He really, really wants to have this vision. And he's also the first player to start the armor upgrade. He has the +2 faster, but Sniper is going to catch up here eventually. Pretty soon, actually.
Yep. The Infestor count is now evening up a little bit. Like, it's going to be 9 to 7. And this Overlord's force will be taken out, but he does scout the 4th, and that's what triggers the attack of Life. He's moving out right now. This is all about Sniper's positioning here. The Overlord now sees everything that's going on.
Life is nearly maxed out. He has the better army supply by just 10. Let's have a quick look at the Infestor count, 9 to 7.
Drone count even at 66 apiece.
This is about positioning.
Yeah.
4th base for both of these players, and here we go. The Fungals are good. He's actually capturing a few of his opponents' Infestors as well. He still has a lot of energy here left on the remaining ones. He had those Infestors earlier. Can use the extra Fungals and the Infested Swarm X. The Roach numbers are still even. This is such a close battle.
Yeah, it's such a close battle. Remember, Sniper has a slight defender's advantage of all those Roaches of Life, low on hit points, but he's still got him. He needs to get a Fungal off here, and now he's got the faster burrow. He's using it just ever so slightly to get the faster hit point regeneration. Now Sniper has the upgrade as well.
The 4th base is ready for both players. And this is where Life wants to hit. He wants to take this down.
And
Infestors are so low on hit points for Sniper.
If he gets underneath this ramp, he should be able to take the base down, and he does. There's no way that Sniper can really come down that ramp against this many Infestors.
The better position and the next fight might actually give Live an edge, because he is about to complete his armor upgrade, and Sniper just started his.
Oh, he actually breaks down the ramp, though. Sniper actually leaking out like water through cracks, man, and he's coming through here. But it looks like Rife may have way too many Roaches for him to deal with.
Sniper is just dropping in supply now. He's immediately starting his reinforcements, but the armor upgrade is done for Life. He has the upgrade advantage here, and he's trying to run with it. The Roach numbers are a little bit better for his opponent, though. And now Sniper is taking the lead. Well, not really the lead in the game, but he's forcing Life back. Life killed the 4th on the other hand, and has his own 4th phase. If he takes the gas now, he will get a huge income lead.
Yeah. And you also consider that all the Roaches that Life just made with the economy has had a little bit better than his opponent. Is all those Roaches are higher in hit points. They're healthier Roaches. Sniper's army supply, even though it looks a little bit close at first glance, is not quite as good because so many of his units are low on hit points. They haven't recovered it. He needs to be burrowing those, in fact.
Life takes the gas. He takes those 2 extractors that we're just talking about, and he wants to start the second armor upgrade. Sniper will catch up eventually, but the next fight might still give Life the edge.
A good Fungal here to buy time. A second one actually chains these. This is so important.
He forgot to unburrow half of his units. Half of his units are to the right and not fighting at all. This is not all the Roaches that Sniper has. This is half his army.
Yeah, and he still doesn't realize it. He's got them hotkey, but they're just not unburrowed.
They're not unburrowed. He can't use them in a fight. He's fighting with half his army here.
Yeah, imagine if he had all of it. Things would have been very different here.
A run by at the bottom is trying to put a little bit of pressure onto the 3rd base of Life, but he forgets the Roaches. They are not close enough. Sniper with so many small mistakes that give Life an edge here. Oh, this is so unfortunate for the MVP, Zerg.
Yeah, he actually could have done so much more in both fights here. It's a little bit disappointing for him. He's now going to try to walk across the map, but with all the Infestors that Life has defensively, I think he should be totally fine.
At the bottom left, still Roaches going strong with a burrow. He needs an Overseer over there, and Sniper knows that he's falling behind. He immediately maxed out again, but his expansion is so much later at his 4th base, and now he's trying to push in. The better bank for Startail Life, though. The Startail player has the chance to take this game. He's moving in, and there we go. No
Fungal. He needs a Fungal to catch these Roaches, but he won't be able to get one.
The numbers are just better for him now.
Exactly.
52 against 56 Roaches, but the Infestors 11 to 1.
11 to 1 being much better here. He actually drops the Infested Terrans. Now he's going to get the Fungals to make sure he can lock these Roaches down.
The upgrades are even, but yes, the Infestors are doing a lot here, especially now the Infested Terrans lending the extra DPS, and Sniper is dropping in supply fast.
He has to run away here. He does not have any Infestors to back this up. He's got nothing to fall back on. He's going to lose his 4th base if Life wants to kill it, and Life goes straight for it.
Life goes in now. He can control the choke point, and he's trying to take down the fourth base. Here come the units. Where are the Fungals? He could do so much extra damage, but he's focusing on the Infested Swarm. Makes not a lot of energy left of those Infestors, and now the Roaches have to take it.
Yeah, the Roaches will actually be able to take it, I feel, with that last Fungal that went down. Looks like Sniper's reinforcing Roaches. They're going to be able to hold on a little bit longer, but there's more Roaches for Life coming across the map right now.
Exactly. He has the reinforcements, and he sends them over to the top of the map. But a close match that we are currently watching here. 130 supply for Sniper, 150 for Life. A huge army supply lead for the Start Hill Zerg, though.
He just needs to get them all together.
70.
You know, he just needs to have all his Roaches together instead of streaming them across the map so slowly like that. That's how Sniper was able to defend there.
And he's the one who can also start the second armor upgrade. Sniper just can't afford it.
Yeah, he needs to make every Infestor he can right now to catch up in the Infestor count, which, by the way, right now is 10-2. Wow.
That first engagement when Sniper borrowed by accident half his Roaches and thought they were participating in the fight, but they didn't really do anything. That was an engagement that he could have won. He had the lead there overall, if you think about it. It was close that it is. But right now, we have Life with a supply lead with the fourth base, but he also needs to do something because he gives Sniper the chance to catch up here.
Yeah, Sniper actually could find his way back into this. He's got a slight worker lead, but that's not going to be too important.
The Infestor numbers here, that's the big deal. 11 against 4, and Sniper tries to equalize the Infestor count, but if Life drops good Fungals and also the Infested Swarm makes it the next fight, then I think he is just going to crush Sniper's forces.
He should, but you know, consider all those Infestors mean a little bit less Roach supply, so it all comes down to Fungals. You know, he's been using a lot of Infested Terrans, which haven't helped him out, I feel, as much as some of the additional Fungals he could have used have.
And here we go, a nice Fungal by Sniper, trying to catch one of the Infestors here. The counter Fungal is strong, catching a few. Is he committing
here for Sniper is pretty good, but
here we go.
Now he's got a little bit of an awkward situation coming from the left side. He tries to make the concave, but he does not have the Infestors. This is what you talked about earlier. Sniper being way out Fungaled here. He tries to rally a few of his own Infestors, but the Infested Terrans are going to push Sniper back.
They are going to push him back. He's not able to pin him to the ground with another Fungal, but here we go again. And Life just has the lead here, and he's running with it. The army supply is still not that great for Life, though, but it's just the composition that is better. He needs some reinforcements, though, and at the same time, Sniper has a couple of Roaches at the fourth base of his opponent. Life really needs to make this one count.
Yeah, he really does, but it looks like he may be able to use that. He's got the better position out the bottom of the ramp, but the Roach count now better for Sniper.
And the upgrade advantage also for Life here. He has the second armor upgrade, but this is just such a back and forth game, and Sniper now has these Roaches that he sent to the fourth base in the third of his opponent.
Yeah, and they've actually killed a lot of Harvesters, now down to 34, so a very significant lead in Harvesters goes to Sniper at this point.
It's pretty impressive how Sniper actually is able to stay in this game. He should have lost this a long time ago.
I think Sniper's micro is just almost twice as good as Life's in most of these fights.
It's just the engagements, yeah.
He just takes the better concaves. He always has that flank. And you know, we've seen Life again and again dump tons of his Infested energy into Infested Terrans, and suddenly Sniper just falls back onto his creep, gets away, and all the Infested Terrans disappear, and it's like, oh, well, I wish I used that energy on Fungals to continue the attack, but I didn't.
Life still has the lead here, but this is a match that Sniper should have lost ages ago. He had to fight so many battles against his opponent where he was down in upgrades and had less Infestors, and now suddenly here we go. The Infestor count is so much better for Life. He needs to use them properly though, and here comes the fight. He needs to use a couple of Fungals to make sure that those Roaches can't escape, and that's exactly what he's doing here.
Concave for Sniper on the first part of the battle, but the second part, it's not so much that way.
Here we go, and this time it looks like Sniper is going to lose it. Life has much better positioning now. He can go into his opponent's base, takes down Infestor after Infestor.
Way better for Life.
Would be awesome here.
Yeah, the Fungals are awesome. The concave is better. You never want to go into that choke point on Entomb Valley against your opponent with similar supply. And this time, Sniper looks like you're right. He looks like he's going to die here. He doesn't have enough to defend.
But how resilient did this guy play in this game? Unbelievable that he was able to stay alive for this long.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Life is going to take this game, but Sniper made him work for it.
Made him work really hard, and now Life finally sealing the deal here with his Infested Terrans up onto the high ground. He's going to be able to take out too many of the drones. 35 Roaches against 3. This has to be it. The Roaches of Life are going into the natural, into the main base, trying to end this game. GG. This is it, and Life is forcing a third game. Wow. That was a close one, Wolf. Yeah, it was.
Unbelievable. I can't believe that Sniper was able to stay alive for this long. That was crazy. Really the better positioning in the fights.
Sniper, man, he really took those occasions better, though. His micro was so much better than Life's, and if he can continue to play like that from even standpoint, not from being behind, that could really affect the engagements going into the future. That could affect the series. Now, both these players tied 1-1. This is going to be very important later on for map score.
Yeah.
Neither player going to get the clean 2-0 here, but I don't think anyone expected a clean 2-0 after a 1-1 score.
Yeah, Live apparently needs a quick bathroom break, and then we'll be back with the next game. We just saw Sniper also talking to his coach about the last match. And the next map is going to be revealed. It's actually Cloud Kingdom. And Cloud Kingdom is once again one of those maps where you have only 2 starting positions. Therefore, you could see a bit of a difference in build orders here. Maybe one of those players trying to claim a build order win by just going for an earlier pool.
Yeah, we could also see very heavy lane aggression because there's another wide open natural just like on Daybreak, so got to be very careful. There's a secondary ramp, but there's also 2 entrances where you can avoid that secondary ramp.
Sniper is now already in the game, and Live is joining very soon. That game is going to decide who's taking the first best of 3 and also a lead in the group. Once again, if you just tuned in, guys, and missed yesterday's cast, first of all, make sure that you catch the VODs on GOMTV.net. But really important here is that 3 players out of this 5-player group are going to advance to the next round. The first place will get a spot in the semifinals right away, and the second and the third place will have to play a cross match with a second place finisher and the third place finisher from yesterday, which was Parting and DRG. So a very intense situation here, and even if you're down like 2 best of 3s, you still have a good chance of advancing. It all depends on the results and also the map scores. They are really important today. We don't have the up and down system where we only have like best of 1s. No, these are best of 3s, so map score is important.
Yeah, map scores are what decides the tiebreakers. Then if for some crazy reason we have a tie and a tie in map score, which is extremely rare, then it comes down to warnings. So players who have to fix their equipment, players who show up late in the booth for their match are going to get warnings, and we're going to get updates on that every single time we come back from a break. You guys will see the standings and the warnings.
And here you have our 2 players in game 1, our ZvZ. It is Live versus Sniper. This is a good one. This is one of those high-quality ZvZs that we see. We had a lot of these just lately, and Sniper just once again proves so far that he's a great mirror match player. But the same is true for Live.
Yeah, very true. We're going to have another ZvZ later on, of course, at Violet versus Life. And, you know, we're going to see Violet versus Sniper later on as well. So we got 3 ZvZs tonight. This is the first one. You got 3 Zergs, you got 3 ZvZs. Who's going to take the first one? Will it be Sniper, will it be Life? This is the 2012 Blizzard Cup. Out on Wolf.